I'm Gabby.
Hey, I'm D-Bear.
And welcome to yet another episode of Bitches and Hoes, a real talk discussion of sexuality and hip-hop.
This video is a continuation of our previous video, which was a discussion of Lil Freak by Usher, featuring Nicki Minaj. In this video, we will further explore the intersectionality of race and sexuality in that video. A quick review of the music video. There is a white presenting woman who cannot access her floor of the building, and so she gets kind of forced into walking through a party filled with primarily women of color, dancing, drinking, things like that. And so the one innocent appearing woman in the video is white presenting.
Yes.
And we kind of found that a bit interesting.
Yeah, a very interesting discussion. Yeah. Basically, what gave her off as innocent and chaste and vulnerable was pretty much the way she was dressed. She was wearing very conservative clothing, especially in contrast to the other women who were like half naked. She had no cleavage, and it was fairly conservative dress, and
it was a dark color.
It was dark color, yes.
Long hair.
And some of her mannerisms, she was just like looking down and looking up, all shy and stuff.
And scared.
It was especially in the presence of all the other women in the party and in the elevator.
She definitely did. She presented as innocent very well.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. Anywho, the problem with this, it called to mind a couple of articles we both recently read via the Crunk Feminist Collective. It's pretty good.
It's a great blog.
Yeah, it's basically
link is in the description.
Essentially, it's Southern Black feminism for people who came of age in the hip hop generation, which is basically like the 90s. So
it's where the term crunk.
Indeed. Basically, it was talking. The article we read. One of them was talking about, it's entitled Slut Walks versus Hoe Strolls, and we'll send a link in the description to go to that, check it out, it's really great. But it talked about how black women of color sexuality has always been starkly different than the perceived or the default sexuality for white women. And it says, it goes without saying that black women have always been understood to be lascivious, hypersexed, and always ready and willing. When I think of the daily assaults I hear in the form of copious incantations of bitch and hoe in hip-hop music directed at black women, it's hard not to feel a bit incensed at the how dare you quality of the slut walks protest, which is very much like the protests of privileged white girls who still have an expectation that the world will treat them with dignity and respect.
Translation.
Basically, what it's saying is that the author had a problem participating in the slut walks because she didn't find that she wanted to reclaim the term slut because black women in hip hop are always deemed as something not chaste and we're already deemed as sluts in music.
Her generation has never not been sluts.
Yeah, so she feels like she does not feel the need to reclaim it, but she does stand in solidarity with those who want to reclaim it.
But I mean, it totally makes sense if you think about music produced by and directed towards people of color.
Yeah.
Use of the terms bitch and slut and hoe.
It's kind of disturbing that we're doing it by we, I mean the black community. We're doing it in our own community towards our own people, and it's just is it carrying over from a time period, like I guess the slave time period in the 1920s, where we were still considered like less than humans and less than women were considered less than, or more like sexual objects still? I mean, is it that sort of mindset? It's just food for thought there. I don't really have an answer to that, but
I've got a good quote for it though.
Go ahead.
Ready? Okay, so this is from an article also on the Crunk Feminist Collective. In which the author decided to join the Million Hoodies March
for Trayvon Martin
in support of the Trayvon Martin, but she discussed why she hesitated to support the slut walk. So it was kind of a continuation of that previous article. And the author said, quote, "To put it in the way some brothers have more or less put it to me, yes, sisters are being beaten, raped, and making do by themselves, but brothers are being killed. Brother drops mic, walks away, conversation over. With no acknowledgement of the kind of privilege it is to both have the mic in the first place and to have an audience to listen to it. Unquote.
I think she's talking about the disconnect that many people feel between black feminism and then just like the black, I don't know what to call it, the black power movement, or just like the black support area.
Yeah, from
between like how many men don't. It's just many like.
From my position as a cisgendered male, Caucasian male, there seems to be a disconnect between the black feminist movement and the black, or the people of the movement for rights for people of color as a whole. And if you think about it, whenever people are on TV, whenever they interview leaders of the black community, they're always male.
Yeah, like
always
Sharpton,
male.
Jesse Jackson, stuff like that.
Even like women, even powerful black women, there are a lot of times get to their positions to be, I'm going to use Oprah as an example, as consumption for the white community.
Indeed.
They're deemed less threatening than black men.
And I think what this quote talks about is the avoidance. It's not necessarily, it's sort of an avoidance to address the issues that are prevalent in the black women, essentially, in the black community itself. Basically, what in that article, that quote, she was saying that it's important to realize that black women are still, like, all this is happening to them, but then the response to that by the black males is to say, yeah, but black boys are being killed. And not to demean the gravity of that situation, it's just, I guess, priority-wise, it's different, but it just calls to question how much a role, I guess, misogyny plays in the black community, especially in the black rights movement.
And black sexuality.
Yeah.
As a whole.
Yeah.
Going back to the theme of these videos.
Yeah, reeling it back in.
Black male sexuality, from my perspective, has always been seen. It's always been demonized. They're always, black males, it appears, are supposed to be powerful and womanizing, and they're not supposed to care, they're not supposed to form long-term relationships. And when
it's seen, especially in hip-hop, we'll discuss it when we talk about other videos in that sort of area. But in our queer textbook, in our modern day American textbook, it talked about we could probably talk about this in another video, but I'll just bring to mind why is it that black men always feel the need to not, why queer black men are almost shunned in the black community. We'll discuss that when we get to zebra cuts.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was just going to say that it appears that when black males take a fathering role, take a father figure role, they're praised, and they're seen as an exceptional human being, whereas
like Obama.
Yeah.
Or Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are like the role models.
It's sad that that's not expected of people.
Yeah, it's interesting that how those are like supposed to be the role models, and how they're almost very few and far in between finding black men of that caliber, I want to say.
But it appears that black women are supposed to they're supposed to take care of the
brood.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the consequences of the demonized black male sexuality, the womanizing black male sexuality, black female sexuality is supposed to accept that and deal with it and stand strong, the strong black woman stereotype.
Yeah, which is also another stereotype. We get a long conversation about that. But
let's make sure it's pointed the right way.
So give us your thoughts. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, just type it in the YouTube comments, I guess. But yeah, this has been a real talk discussion.